Hello, my name is Jamie and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Unlike any other YouTube channel that showcases Pokemon Go PvP content, mine exclusively showcases Shadow Pokemon. So, if you're into that type of content, I'd appreciate if you could like and subscribe.
So, let's get into today's video. In today's video, we are jumping back into some Little Jungle Cup battles. And I've had lying around for some time this very nice IV Shadow Forretress. Shadow Forretress I think is going to be pretty good in Halloween Cup, so it made sense for me to power it up to 500 CP and get some use out of it before. Shadow Forretress will be running Bug Bite as a quick move, and obviously in this cup everything's super squishy, so one turn moves are really advantageous, especially for sniping. And we're actually running a bit of a spicy moveset. We're running Mirror Shot, which obviously has the chance to debuff your opponent's attack, and Sand Tomb, which has a 100% chance to debuff your opponent's defense. Obviously, as we're quite oppressive with the Bug Bites, it's nice to have that debuff move. We will be teaming up with our Shadow Golbat lead on its usual moveset, and once again we're going to be using, in my opinion, the GOAT of the Little Jungle Cup, the Shadow Swinub, which has been absolutely monstrous. So if you do follow me on Twitter, you will see that I have gained around 400 points in 17 sets, and this is going to be the first of 3 videos and 3 different teams I'm going to showcase. So without any further ado, let's get into the battles. I will be leading our Shadow Golbat for the duration of the video. I really like Golbat as a lead in this cup because even if you're in a bad matchup, you can obviously get to that Poison Fang super quick, you can debuff and dip. So it is a good tactic, and pretty much all my Pokemon in this cup are on a debuff move. So in game 1 we pick up the Dream Lead. We actually triple resist counter, which isn't a Dream Lead, obviously is a weak connection. But the Vigoroth is staying in, so we go straight for this Poison Fang. That almost one-shots the Vigoroth. At this stage they're throwing a Body Slam. It does huge damage, so I'm going to shield this up and look to try and wing attack down. The opponent now switches into a Skarmory. We don't really have the best response. Obviously Swinub does get to these charge moves pretty quick, but you can see that these wing attacks, air slashes and sky attack would do huge damage. So I look to go for the back-to-back Body Slam. Body Slam is resisted. However, Shadow Swinub does hit quite hard, so you can see it does do quite a lot of damage. And as they didn't shield that, I'm able to Powder Snow down. Not only am I able to Powder Snow down, I've actually got a lot of residual energy for the next mon. So back in comes the Vigoroth. We get him with a Body Slam straight away, and this is looking like a GG. The opponent is going to fire off their energy, so we can obviously got no shields. We'll let Swinub go down, and this Barboach is going to have a rough old time of getting rid of our remaining 2 Pokemon. We come back in with Golbat. Obviously this Poison Fang is resisted, but it does draw a shield. And now we can switch out, and you can see these Bug Bites are doing massive damage. They should go for a Mud Bomb, which does hit for neutral. But you can see it's going to take 2 of them, and at this stage we can almost Bug Bite down. They do get to a last minute charge move. They win CMP on the Mirror Shot. But obviously they're so low on health, 1 Air Slash takes them out. So, off to a 1-0 start. GG's to that first opponent. Moving on to game 2 of the video. We lead our Shadow Golbat into a Cottony. So another pretty decent lead here. Obviously, Cottony is hitting us for resist with everything. They switch into Skarmory. So once again, we're meeting with Shadow Swinub. We get the extra Powder Snow through. I don't know if anyone else has noticed, but in Little Cup, fast move denial seems almost impossible. I seem to get my fast move through almost every time, and pretty much rarely ever deny fast moves. I do deny it on this occasion, as obviously Air Slash is a bit easier to deny. Again, the opponent doesn't shield, so we've got a lot of residual energy once again, and we go straight for this Body Slam. The opponent actually doesn't shield, which does surprise me, but we can get to another Body Slam. So rather than going for 1 Icy Wind and doing bigger damage, we go for the back-to-back Body Slam, which once again almost takes them out. They have saved that with 1 HP and a Dream, and now we're in a bit of a tough spot. In the back, they've got a Galarian Stunfisk. The advantage here is that none of them are running Earthquake. They're all running the absolute garbage mood of Muddy Water and Rock Slide. They go for a Rock Slide, does massive damage. We're going to go straight for this Sand Tomb. Sand Tomb is a pretty poor move. It does hit for super effective and obviously lowers the defense. So we draw the opponent's first shield. You can see these Bug Bites are really starting to add up now. Once again, the opponent is over farming, so we're now going to go for a Mirror Shot, which again is going to do a decent bit of chip damage. And we now switch out and go straight into our Golbat. The opponent's building up a lot of energy. They're at almost back-to-back rock slides. So I land this Poison Fang. And I am actually now going to shield up. I know they've got 2 moves, but the first one, I just want to dump their energy. So the first one's going to draw my shield. And once again, they're going to have to throw because I would be able to air slash down if not. Now this Stunfisk is completely dry of energy. I'm looking to Bug Bite down. The opponent brings in Cottony to reset their debuff. But it's not going to matter as we managed to Bug Bite down for the win. So apparently Galarian Stunfisk resists Bug Bite, but you can see there it's so oppressive and stupid G-Fisk gets taken out. GG's to that opponent. Even though we're not an open Great League, we still hate Bastiodon and we still hate G-Fisk on this channel. So moving on into game 3 of the video. We pick up an absolutely dreadful lead against opposing Swinub, so we immediately go into the mirror. Obviously Forretress has a good matchup, but we're not going to go into a hard counter. So we do shield up the first move. They actually bring in a Ducklet. We've got a load of energy here, so I'm just going to spam off as many body slams as possible. The first one draws the shield, which is great for us. We go straight for the back-to-back, actually denying a wing attack. Like I said earlier, fast move denial has seemed really difficult in this cup, and I've got no idea why. As you can see there, we do get the Powder Snow through. But at this stage, I am going to allow my Swinub to go down, and I'll look to come back in and farm down with Golbat. I know if they get to a move now, it's just going to be a Bubble Beam, so it's not too threatening. Once again, I get a fast move through, which is great for us. This is going to be a Bubble Beam. It's not going to do too much damage. I've now got a fair bit of residual energy to throw at this Swinub I know is returning. However, you can see there, I'm already spamming the swap. And in the back, they've got a Cottony, so we're now in a really great position. I'm looking to try and get to almost the back-to-back mirror shots. Unfortunately for us, we do let a charm through. This first one gets them super low. They are now going to have to shield this move up, because if not, we will take them out. I expect to draw the shield with this mirror shot, which we do. And now at this stage, I don't believe it'll even take us out, even if it's a Grass Knot. You can see there we double resist that and it does hardly anything. I am looking to Bug Bite down. Unfortunately, we're unable to do so. But I have saved a shield for Golbat, and they have actually got no shield. So with all this energy, I'm going to go straight for the nuke off Shadow Ball. That's pretty much the only time I've managed to land a Shadow Ball in this cup, as everything's super squishy and Poison Fang is normally enough. But that 12k second move investment coming in clutch. GG's to that opponent. Moving on into game 4 of the video. We're off to a 3-0 start, and now the leads are starting to get rough. These Dragon Breaths absolutely shred us down. So I go for this Poison Fang. The opponent doesn't shield, and now I switch out into Swinub, looking to swipe. You can see there with the defense shot, the double super effective Powder Snow, snipe the opponent before they have a chance to switch out. They bring in Vigoroth, which obviously isn't great for us as these counters are hitting for super effective. However, Swinub is so spammy. If they look to counter down, which they are doing, we actually make a second body slam. This is going to do huge damage, or they're going to have to commit a second shield. They do commit a second shield, and now we're in a great spot. We've got a 2 shield to no shield advantage, and we've got Golbat, who double resist counter, as obviously Poison and Flying both resist counter. So I am going to shield up this Body Slam. They've got loads of energy. Body Slam would definitely KO from this range, and I am now looking to commit to the farm down. You can see we're taking hardly any damage from the counter. I am going to commit to the farm down and have a load of energy for whatever's in the back. I've got a Shadow Ball ready to go. Once again, I could Shadow Ball, but this is a Shadow Forretress feature. So I'm going to go for this Poison Fang. And even though Bug Bite is resisted, I'm going to go for another Poison Fang. We're going to see if Forretress can close this battle out. So I switch into Forretress. And you can see that even with a 2-stage defense drop, these Bug Bites really aren't doing too much. But we resist the Poison Sting, so this is going to be a GG. This was just for signs. I could have just Shadow Balled him. But if you're doing a Shadow Forretress feature, you've got to let Forretress get some action. So he comes in here just to clean up, even though we could have finished the match with Golbat. But, like I said, let's get him on the field. It was quite expensive. It cost me 90k for that second move. So we're going to get as much action out of him as we can. Off to a 4-0 start. Let's see if we can clutch the 5-0 in this set. So, in game 5, we pick up another great lead against Scorpy or Scoopy. I don't know. I'm not particularly great at pronunciations. Hence, I don't really play Jungle Cup. But the opponent switches into Swinub. We go straight away for the Poison Fang to lower the defense. I can now tank this charge move, and we're going to be able to Bug Bite them down before they get to a second move. Icy Wind is resisted. And even though our attack is lowered, we still manage to farm them down. Back out comes the Scorpy, and I go straight for this Sand Tomb. The opponent actually doesn't shield, but we do CMP tie. I believe that they would win CMP, so I'm unsure if it's a delayed CMP. They fire off an Aqua Tail, and that takes us out. With the lowered defense, you can see that these super effective wing attacks are really starting to chunk them down. So I shield this up as they are staying in. I think they must have something else in the back that will be weak to Golbat. And once again, you are going to see me go for this debuff feature. We debuff the Cottony, and you can see here these wing attacks are doing loads of damage. I once again fire off this Poison Fang. So the second Poison Fang would do huge damage. We actually managed to take him out with that. We bring in the Swinub, who is going to be able to tank this Aqua Tail. We're not even going to have to shield. This Aqua Tail will do around 65%, like you can see, and we're going to be able to Powder Snow down for the win. So we both save a shield for Season 10, and that is a GG's to that opponent. So you can see there we go, a perfect 5-0 with Shadow Forretress. Shadow Forretress did do reasonably well in this game, other than Game 4, where it wasn't really needed, but we put it on the battlefield anyway. But if you have a Fortress Shadow lying around, I would say it's a good investment. Not only for this cup, I think it's going to be good in the upcoming Halloween cup. So with that in mind, I know it is expensive. Like I said, it cost me 90k for that second move, which obviously isn't cheap. But you are going to be able to power this up for Halloween cup. And if you play stuff like Sylph, it's actually pretty good in a lot of other closed metas. And you know that every season we seem to get these different cups. Even with the upcoming Pokemon Go World Championships, I think they're going to be kind of Sylph limited. So building something like a Shadow Forretress could be a good investment for the future. So, like I said earlier, this is part of a longer feature where we are going to be doing a couple of videos in the next few days on the Little Jungle Cup. And I'm going to show you some other teams that I went 5-0 with and managed to gain 400 points in 17 sets. So at this stage, I'd like to say thanks for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.